Okay. See this humping? It's called sumping. Siding is not supposed to be in direct contact with the roof covering. Okay, this is the patio cover. Very amateurishly installed. Not only is siding not supposed to be in direct contact, but there should be apron flashing here. And see the way they brought this corner right into the kick out around the hall bathroom and the kitchen windows? See that? That's not going to drain properly. This can't perform well. This vinyl rain gutter, it's clogged, it's loose. The drip edge does not extend over. I'm going to jump here for a moment. We won't see this later, but we've got some repairs in the swimming pool shell. We got some crack repairs in here. Indications. This deck was installed directly to the ground. That's wood ground contact. And it has zero ventilation. Wood ground contact, no ventilation, and then it's been painted. Alright, instead of stained. That's a form board right there. I'll write that in my notes. Come on. Alright. So when it's painted, it doesn't breathe. It does not breathe. If it's stained, it could breathe. So any moisture, I mean, this is like taking, a jar and turning it upside down, and it collects the water out of the ground. Any moisture gets in there, can't get out. It's not ventilated. These posts, even though they put these little buckets around them, boots, they're not elevated off the floor. There's nothing to keep them from rotting, as they are. Hey, it's raining pins. These right here, these are called weep holes. Homeownership 101, all roofs leak, all walls leak. We want them to drain water faster than they accept it. Brick, it's a great product, It's fireproof. The walls are wood, they're not fireproof. Brick's fireproof. If you don't paint it, then maintenance on these is relatively, low. You might have to repoint it sometimes if you got a lot of movement, but other than that, but we're supposed to have these weep holes that we're talking about. Okay? Most of the time it's water vapor. Most of the time they let water vapor out. But if you have an event, I've seen a couple, they will let water out there. That's what they're there for. We do not have weep holes over our lintels. That's the metal bands there. It's supposed to have weep holes. Exterior light fixtures should be sealed. Got a little mortar repair here. I can pretty much guess what that was about. There used to be a little porch cover here before they poured the patio. And then they decided they wanted to extend the patio, and they did. And so we didn't need the porch cover any longer, and so that's what that repair is for. But we extended it pretty good, didn't we? This board right here is called a header. Okay, no, it's called a ledger board, excuse me. It's called a ledger board. You're not supposed to fasten it to the siding. That siding is fastened. Let 3 guesses. See this old one? It's fastened to the brick. It was not installed properly. And coming over here. Alright. See these fasteners in there? See these fasteners in there? Hillbilly home inspection. You know what those are? Those are screws. Those aren't nails. Nails have much more shear strength. Screws break. I'll come over here. It's wood damage. Wood damage on a painted OSB board because we do not have apron flashing up there. And the walls are too close. And the water, where does it go? It goes down, in, out. That's what's happening. That's what happened here. Well, the sumping. Remember I was talking about the sumping? That's where it sags. Well, water just sits right there. And then this will rot out just like that's rotting out. Just like this rotted out worse than that, no doubt. And then we come over here, what, we got 2x4s? Really? Screws? Really? No stand? Wood to ground contact? Really? This electric receptacle outlet, okay, it's supposed to have a bubble cover on it. I guess you can say it's protected. I don't know, it's a stretch. It's a stretch saying that. So that you could plug like your Christmas lights in and close the, you know, in-use cover, and that way it could rain and you could still have your Christmas lights. We've had wood rot here. All this. See the repairs? Well, let's just put it back like it was. And then we can replace it again. Then we'll put it back like it was. And then we can replace it again. Then we'll put it back like it was. High soil. High soil. Negative drainage right in here. Where does the water go? It goes towards the house. Is that good? No way. No way that's good. We do not have vacuum breaker for the swimming pool. We do not have that. But we do have wood rot. How's that? Wood rot? Wood rot? Yeah, you bet it is. Can you? Oh, yeah, you can. Don't punch a hole in my house. Okay. What's that? Wood rot. What's that? Wood rot. Okay. Then the water comes down on that rotten fascia there, hits this, then rolls off. Now here's an overhang. That's pretty good. Honestly, it's pretty good. But over here we don't have an overhang. Over here we're supposed to have step flashing. Excuse me, kick-out flashing. And the siding's not supposed to be in direct contact with the roof covering. See how this window ledge, see how it tilts? You're supposed to have about 2 degrees pitch right there. I'll see if I can measure that in a little bit. I don't want to get ahead of my house. You know, high soil. Bushes next to the house. Crooked condensing unit. Oh, we're going to talk about him. We're going to talk about him later. Those are called soffit vents. We talked about that in the attic. It's supposed to have soffit vent baffles. High soil. Was that a good idea? I don't think so. You think termites like that? Uh-huh. I think they like it very much. I think you're asking for it. That's what I think. A little bit of cracking between the brick and mortar right here. Should be sealed around here. This is called a control joint. Some people call them expansion joints. Call them what you will, but when you have this much wall, it's going to move. Just like you have expansion joints and control joints out there in the street. So hopefully any movement will be absorbed right here, and you control your cracking. It would move with or without this joint. But since you have it, which is a good thing, since you have it, it should be sealed. It should be sealed. Since it's dry. Moving along. If I can see it from here. Well, we got a little more rotten fascia right there. It's not what I was looking for. There we go. I can see it from here. That flue right there, that's for your water heater. That little storm collar at the bottom is supposed to be even. It's all crooked. It's all jacked up. It's all crooked. It's all jacked up. There you go. Coming along. I like to never got this guy turned off, to be honest with you. 70 psi. Doesn't have an anti-siphon device. Excuse me, a vacuum breaker. Doesn't have a control. It doesn't have a handle. Coming along, 2 bent door panels. I don't know what. Two bent door panels. I don't know what those vents are for. It's not that this vertical trim was too close to the ground, because they actually had cut it back like you're supposed to. This is what happens when it's installed correctly. We got wood rod in here. We got wood rod in here. It happens. This is called spalling. They kind of put a cake frosting around there. They don't have it anywhere else. Just around here, I don't know what's been going on. This rain gutter is worse for wear. Look at that guy. Look at the fascia behind him. Is he acting right? I don't think so. I don't think he's acting right at all. And then the rain gutter, it's supposed to be an inch away from the wall. And it's supposed to have kick-out flashing, which you don't have. And speaking of flashing, you see the step flashing because it looks like steps? Look at that. You think wind-driven rain can blow up inside of that? I do. It's supposed to be made flat and sealed. You're just asking for it. Literally. You said, like, please, water, can you come in here and mess up my playhouse? Water's gonna go, yeah, let's do it, man. I'm here. I'm here for you. You have kick-out flashing up there, too. You can see, I don't know if you can see this. See the little foam right in there? It's a mouse hole. Because the wood was rotten, wood was soft, didn't have kick-out flashing. The water was just pouring down there. It's right next to the wall. And the mouse went into the attic. Had a play day, man. That's how it happens. Come on around. If you're gonna get one, get a good one. We're coming. This is the water meter. That's the furnace flue. Coming along here, that's the chimney behind the, that's the cricket behind the chimney. And that flashing I was talking about, that was loose. Look up here on the chimney. We got some more loose flashing up there too. We don't have kickouts. We got a chimney cap, we got a flue cap. That's good. Good stuff's good. We like to talk about good stuff. Moving on along, this rain gutter's all beat up. Storm doors are beyond the scope of this inspection. Now, you actually have to turn the handle because it'll make a liar out of me. It's not that the latch works, because there's no latch. It's that the handle itself makes a latch. And the little closer spring, that guy doesn't work. He does not work. And he comes out, because there probably should be a screen on him too. I don't know. It's something to know. Window closer than 24 inches to the door should be tempered safety glass. It's not. Your doorbell's missing. Cannot find main water clean out. Cannot find a main water shut off. That is the vacuum breaker for the swimming pool drain. Up here we got vertical cracks through the mortar. Right here on the south side of the chimney and this southwest corner right in there. Got some cracks in there. All this debris should be cleaned out of here. Tree shouldn't be closer than 20 feet because of the roots. Tree shouldn't be closer than 20 feet. This is the gas meter. We got masses. I saw one. Got some mortar repair over here. Not sure what's going on. Not sure what went on here. But something happened. We had an event. Moving on along. We're about where we started.